Obviously, I've got my lab coat on, my gloves and my goggles for safety. And I'm going to run you through a few of the things we're going to look at today. So we're going to start off by looking at gases around us, okay? So a gas that we're going to start off with first is air. Now, air is all around us. We can't really see it. We can feel it sometimes, but it's what we breathe in, okay? So can we take a deep breath all together? And what's filling up our lungs is the air, okay? We need air to breathe. One more. So we can't see it, but sometimes we can feel it, okay? So I have my special air cannon here, and I'm going to show you how we can see it, okay? So I'm going to shoot some air now. There's nothing inside here. It's completely empty, but I'm going to shoot it and show you how I can use air to move these cups here. Are you ready? So 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm shooting the air out here. So we can't see it. It doesn't mean it's not there. I've got one more experiment to show you. So with air, if you're outside, you know, on a windy day, and you can feel that wind. Okay, you can't see it, but you can feel it. So I'm going to show you a way that we can see it. So if I show you this toilet paper here, and we can see the air moving. Okay, now I have quite an interesting thing. So we can see the air because it's been pushed out by the blades on the fan. Okay, so I'm going to unroll some toilet paper. We need quite a lot. There we go. I'm going to get a piece of sellotape. It's quite difficult with gloves on. And I'm going to attach it to the fan blade. Okay, I'm going to take my gloves off because it's easier. I'm going to spread this right out, and we are going to see the effect of wind. Here we go. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Here we go. Well, I'm going to try it once more. Here we go. I think I used a little bit too much, but we can see the air being blown by the fan blades, and it twists it around and blows it forwards at the same time. So I'm going to attach one more bit now. Slightly different place. Okay, we're going to have one more go. I'm just going to spread it out. Spread it out. We'll try it again. So can you see? So although we can't see the air, we can see that the fan is pushing the air away and twisting at the same time. So they're different forces acting on the air. We'll keep that on because it doesn't make much noise. Have a look at that. Wowee, okay. Let's move on to the next thing. So just like our lungs, we sucked all the air in, we took a deep breath, and our lungs were full, like this balloon here, okay? But I have another gas with me today, slightly different one, and it's in this balloon here, okay? So this, inside this balloon, is helium, okay? It's a little bit different, and it's quite special. Now, I'm grown up, and I've done this before, so it's nice and safe. But remember, all of the science that we do today needs to be either with a teacher or with a parent or carer, okay? So I have this special balloon, and I'm going to show you why helium is so special now. So helium is a lot lighter than air. So if I take a deep breath,
that makes my voice go really funny. Okay, so what's happening now is because the helium is so light,
my voice is traveling out really quickly, and it makes it a lot higher, okay? So I have a challenge now. I want you to tell me what you think is going to happen, okay? I have another helium balloon here, okay? And I am going to take this off. Okay, I have a helium balloon in this hand, and I have a balloon full of air, just like our lungs here. what do you think is going to happen? Do you think if I let them go, it's going to stay where they are? Are they going to drop? Or are they going to rise up? What do you think? So if you think the helium balloon is going to drop, wave your hands at me. If you think the air balloon is going to drop, so go down, wave your hands at me. Or if you think the helium balloon is going to rise up, wave your hands at me. Oh, I think we know what's going to happen. Okay, so I'm going to let them go and we'll see what happens. So remember, helium's a lot lighter. We ready? 3, 2, 1. Wow, so the helium, because it's so light, has gone right up to the ceiling, okay? And I'm going to have to reach down, pull it down, so I don't get in trouble with Steve. Okay, the next gas is a little bit special, okay? So if I get the cameraman just to put us down for 1 second, okay? We have carbon dioxide, okay? So carbon dioxide is what we actually breathe out. So remember at the start, we took a deep breath in, and what we breathe out, see it? No, okay. Let me do that again. Make sure you look in. No, okay, right. So we can't see that either. Let me give you a little sneak preview to see if we can see it. Just away. So I'm not sure. I don't know if the cameraman wants to come a little bit closer. So I'm going to take another deep breath in a second. Okay. And can we see all that? Did you see all the carbon dioxide? Now I blew a little bit of flour, but the carbon dioxide pushed it into the air so we could see where all the gases went. I have something a little bit special now. So I have something called dry ice. Now I'm just going to get the camera to show you in there. So it looks like normal ice, okay, but it's not. It's not frozen water. It is frozen carbon dioxide. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use just this lighter here. And again, remember, we're not doing this on our own. We need a parent or carer or a teacher to do this. I'm just going to light these candles. Eventually. Okay, so the fire in these candles needs the oxygen in the air around them for it to burn, okay? But the frozen carbon dioxide, like I've got in this cup here, is filling this cup all the way up with the carbon dioxide. And if we turn the lights down and I pour it over the candles, we'll see what happens. So there's nothing in the cup that you can see, but it takes away all the air and puts the candles out. Great, can we have the lights back up, please? Now, as the dry ice warms up, it starts to evaporate. And we can do this, we can make this go really fast by adding it to warm water, okay? So what we're going to do is firstly, I'm going to pour some warm water into my big jug here. Okay, and I'm going to put some special gloves on now because the dry ice is so cold that I don't want to hurt my hands. And I've got a special glove here, and you'll see what that's for in a second. So we're just going to put the lights down again slightly, and I'm going to put some other special lights out for you, just so you can see what's happening. So in my special bag here, what have I got for you today? Okay, I've got a ball, and I'm going to get one of my rubber ducks out. So I'm just going to make this ball glow, and this one as well. If I give it a squeeze, there we go. And put my special glove on, and then we're going to see what happens when we add dry ice to warm water. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Wowee, look at that. It's evaporating really quickly. And we can see all the way through it. Wow. Look at all the vapor it's creating. Can I hold some? Can everybody see? I'll put this ball on again. If we put the lights back up a second, I'm going to see if we can trap this inside a bubble. Let's have a look. I'm hoping we can. So I've just got some bubble mixture here. I'm going to run this over the top. Oh, look, we trap it inside a big bubble, wait for it to pop. Pop. Wow, look at that. Shall I do it one more time? Here we go, bubble mixture, just on a wet cloth. I'm going to run it over the top. Look at that. And wowee, it's like magic. It's like a witch's cauldron. I'm going to do it one more time just because I like it so much. Ready? Run it over the top, trap all the water vapor in. Wow, look at it. So while that's still bubbling away, I'm going to do something else for you. I'm going to make some other little bubbles, some smaller ones. I'm going to trap them inside here. So I've just made this. Here's one I made earlier. Very Blue Peter style. And again, I'm just going to put some warm water in here. Being very careful not to spill it. Okay. I'm going to put my special gloves back on. Because I'm going to do what we did in there, but inside this bottle now. So I just need to put some dry ice in there, go to my special tub. Wowee, look at it go. I'm going to put my lid on. And then, if we come closer, I'm going to dunk it into my bubble mixture and make all of these bubbles full of the water vapor. Can you see? Wow, look. I'm going to bring it out, so I'm just showing you. A bit closer again. Dunk it in. And if we just go, so if I drop them from a height, they'll pop when they hit the desk. Oh, wow, look. That is very cool. This is my favorite experiment, I think. Should we have a go at popping one while they're in the air? I'm just going to hold this. One more. There we go. That is some very cool dry ice. There we go. So, I think we're going to do that once more at the end, just because it was so fun. But I'm going to move on to my next experiment, which is called Fizz and Pop. Now, I have a small little container here. I'm just going to put some cold water in it, and then we're going to need to come closer again. I appreciate the filming skills of Mark, because he's doing a great job. And I just have an Alka-Seltzer tablet, okay? So quite common. And it just shows that in science, there's many different reactions, many different things happen when mixed together. If we just drop this Alka-Seltzer tablet in, we can see that it fizzes, okay? That's giving off some gas as it reacts with the water. Now, what I'm going to do now, or try to do, is I'm going to trap all of this gas in, and I can feel it pushing on my hand, and we're going to see what happens. So I have some film canisters here. The pupils watching probably won't know what film canisters are, but they're just little tubs, and they've just got a click top, so they're nice and tight. I'm going to put 3 down there with their lids. If I can get the lid off. Okay, I'm going to add some cold water. Just a little bit. Bit too much. Okay. And I'm going to show you what I do close up, just as an example. And then we're going to have to back off, I think, a little bit. So I'm just going to drop the Alka-Seltzer tablet into here and put the lid on, okay? That's all I'm going to do. So if the cameraman just backs up a little bit, because we already know what the fizz is going to be, but are we ready for the pop? If you just, yeah, back up a bit. So I'm going to drop these in. Okay, they've started to fizz. Now I'm going to rest the lids on. I'm going to push them on and put them upside down. See, it's already. And we're going to see. Whoa! Ready? That's why I'm wearing my safety goggles. Is it going to pop? Wow! We'll do this one more time. I think Rebecca needs a crash helmet. I'm just going to put some more water in there so it builds up. Put the lid on so we pop all 3. We're waiting. Is it going to go? Wow! Fizz and pop. So I have one final experiment for you guys today. Okay. But first, I have a question. So I'm going to put a picture up for you. Now, can we see that? That is an elephant brushing its teeth. Now, I do have a question for you. I don't know if anybody can give me an answer, but how does an elephant brush its teeth? Has anybody got an answer for me? Can anybody call out? What was that, Chris? I didn't quite hear you. Well, okay. So yeah, Chris is right. With a giant toothbrush, that's how an elephant brushes its teeth, okay? But we also need special elephant toothpaste. So, fingers crossed this all works. So I have this special science container here, okay? You can see it's a very special shape. I'm going to come in and have a close-up again. There we go. I have some hydrogen peroxide, which we use for cleaning. But again, this is for adults, parents, carers to use, okay? It can be quite dangerous because it's quite strong, so we don't touch this stuff, okay, without an adult or a teacher. And I'm just going to pour a little bit, because it's stuck on. Into our container. Okay, just enough there. So remember, I'm using gloves just to be safe. We don't want to be touching these chemicals. In here, I have some washing up liquid, okay? Like mum and dad would use when they're doing the washing up, okay? And that's gonna catch all the bubbles and help us create our toothpaste, okay? So I'm gonna put a bit of this in, just enough. See it filling up, going nice and green. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a little stir. Okay. I have some food coloring. I have some red and some green. It's already green, but I'm going to let you decide. So if you want red food coloring, put one hand up. Give me a wave with one hand. But if you want green food coloring, wave with 2. Or I think green's won it. So I'm going to put some green in. Wow, look at that. Okay. And then in here, I have just some yeast and some water, okay? So this, yeast and water mixed together, and this is going to be a complicated word now, but this is called a catalyst, and this is going to make all the reaction happen, and it's going to help it fizz and mix together, okay? Are we ready? Fingers crossed. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, look. Woo-hoo-hoo. And it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Woo-hoo. Wowee. Perfect. Look what we made. Where's my big toothbrush? Absolutely fantastic. Of course, we're going to be able to brush his teeth now. Hey, look. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to put this down. And like I promised, just to finish off, I'm just going to move it over here. I'm going to do one more dry ice experiment because I enjoy it so much. I'm sure everybody else does. It's very fun, like a cauldron. And add some extra hot water. And we're going to finish on this, guys, okay? So I'm going to add this, and I'm going to wave you goodbye. I'll leave it for a couple of minutes just to watch, and I'll see you next time. Can you turn the lights down? Yeah, we're going to do that.